So I'm at work right now. I think it's appropriate to get back in the game a little bit. I've been away for a while. Lots happened. I got a lot of things that are going on. So I probably still won't be making much videos, but this was something that really I had to kind of come back and say something about, as it affects a lot of us who grew up with the man and love what he accomplished. I'd say you can have your thoughts about Akira Toriyama, but no one can deny that his influence was on par with, if not, to some extent greater than a lot of someone like Disney or Hayao Miyazaki or George Lucas or Spielberg. He is the probably the grandfather and grandmaster of all of the probably all of the action anime shows and movies that you've ever watched. It all started with him pretty much. And I just wanted to say what I think about the whole thing. To lose not just him, but also to lose Miura from Berserk, it's absolutely crushing. And a little bit of history. I saw Dragon Ball like when I was like a little kid. They used to air it on like some station. I think it was WB or something like that. Early in the mornings, I caught it, and it was like a very interesting show. And it was like the early dub before Funimation and all that stuff happened. So that was my first introduction to that story, and I thought it was cool. And I wondered what the hell it was. I'm gonna do something later too. I just want to say that, like, right now I'm kind of just throwing this together. I'm gonna upload it real quick, but I'm gonna get back into doing a little bit of Dragon Ball art, and that's why I'm making this video, because Akira Toriyama truly is the I think the nucleus of my interest in making comics and drawing, and I've even dabbled in animation. One of my first times doing animation, besides my other things, was to create a Dragon Ball animation. It got lost.
Control Alpha 5. When's that next flight coming in? Looks like version is pulled off.
Back in high school, I did an animation of Goku fighting
Alpha
Frieza.
5. Do we have a PMI on it?
I gotta turn this radio down. Yeah, I'm not really able to.
About the GPU that you can work on, Alpha 5?
It's amazing to me, just Dragon Ball ran its course. It did what it did. Akira Toriyama moved on from it. So, me as a fan, I never really thought. We all hoped he would come back to Dragon Ball and kind of fix it and work on it some more. But after it concluded, I think you kind of just, for me personally, I kind of just accepted what it was and moved on. And there's so many anime that Dragon Ball kind of birthed, that you can move on to something else and still have a fun time. Like One Piece was definitely hugely influenced by Dragon Ball and Naruto, and you know you can say a lot. Pretty much all the action animes are influenced by him, even the Street Fighter stuff. Who didn't copy what he did? So yeah, to get back to where I was at, I started drawing heavily influenced by his style. So, and I went, just to show you how old school I am. There used to be a website called planetnamek.com. And me and my friend used to go to kind of read up on the next episode of Dragon Ball or whatever and get some news on that. There was so much popularity to Dragon Ball back in the day. And it's not just Dragon Ball they did. I looked into what other things he did, and I looked back, and I started to just read more and more comics, because that pretty much introduced me to the Japanese manga world. I got introduced through Dragon Ball, and I started to read a lot of his other stuff, and I said, wow, this world is amazing. I love these manga comics. Let me read more of them because of him. So I got into basically anything fantasy, anything sci-fi, anything that was similar to or martial artist kind of stuff. So that was like why I even got into it in the first place. And we all wanted him to come back and finish Dragon Ball because it didn't have an ending particularly. GT wasn't really made by him. So what a shock it was that they started to come out with the rest of the Dragon Ball story little by little with Toriyama's involvement. And that was like, to me, I felt like, why is he doing this? He waited forever and now he's coming back to do Dragon Ball and finish it. And it's like, I'll take it. He waited a hell of a long time to do it, but if he does have any good ideas, then that's cool. I'll definitely be there for it, as long as he's working on it and it's him, because we've already gotten Dragon Ball without his input, GT, and then Lord knows there's so many fan projects, and of course the Dragon Ball live action movie, which Toriyama had nothing to do with. So as you can see, like when Dragon Ball falls away from him, it does indeed kind of go off track. So let's see what the original creator has in mind. And I gotta say, as kind of tiresome as it is to see Goku suddenly having this extra level of power to reach, and just constantly having that theme. And why is everything making noise? This is ridiculous. I'm trying to say something meaningful here.
Row 6, position 3, female camp. Row 6, position 3.
I'll be back. Stop. Okay, man, I'm just having to juggle so much here. But yeah, I mean, I don't even remember what my last thought was.
Hey Mark, I need a 3/4 wrench.
So, any kind of show that you've ever watched and you enjoyed that was just over the top. All of them actually. Like I don't even have to name a specific thing. Any kind of super powered martial artists, fantasy, anime, TV show, movie. Just look at The Matrix and tell me that wasn't inspired by not just the wuxia genre, but the Dragon Ball series. I mean, every movie that's made today has aped off of what Akira Toriyama started with that series. Every last movie. And the comics that they make now, the comic book movies that they make now. I mean, everybody's watching the One Piece anime on, not the anime, but the live action show, Avatar, Last Airbender show. Every single thing about that is Dragon Ball inspired. I kind of get like mad whenever I read about people kissing Avatar's butt so much because, oh, there's a clownish main antagonist with a staff and he's on a journey with a group, a girl and a clownish teenage boy. That's literally what Toriyama created with Dragon Ball. And Avatar was basically trying to be that, and it kind of pains me to have to read so many comments about how original and great Avatar Last Airbender is. And we have two live action Avatar things, and we have one, I'll admit, awful Dragon Ball live action thing. At this point, considering that the creators are gone, it would be appropriate for Netflix to kind of give us a proper Dragon Ball live action. I think so. At this point, I was all in on the original Dragon Ball Evolution as I watched it being created. I was even there reading rumors of Jackie Chan being involved with Dragon Ball. And it's amazing that today Jackie Chan has posted his own picture with Akira Toriyama and gave his condolences and was sorry about him passing. I'm pretty sure if they ever did a Netflix Dragon Ball series, he would have loved to have played Roshi or someone. Let's do it. I mean, it's time. It would have been better if Akira was alive to see it. But I'm going to come back and do something appropriate. I'm going to try to draw a couple ideas I have. Because when Miura died, Kentaro Miura for Berserk, when he died, that broke me. And I decided to take some time to draw something. Because this is what I do. I'm all in on, I started drawing when I was 5 years old, and then the nucleus of how I draw and what inspired me to draw more than just, he improved me as an artist. I like to draw and love art, but when I finally got into seeing what he was doing with his style of art, I want to get into all of that. I want to talk about what I loved about his art. We'll do that in the next vid. So I'm going to end it here. And, it sucks so bad. I don't know what, I don't know what to think. I think we're all speechless right now. As fans of his work, we're all speechless. And it's awful. So yeah, I'm gonna get back into this whole video making thing. It's a health issue. I'm a lot better now. I went to the doctor, so I'm gonna get back into it. So I'll see you in the next one.